episode 110 of the LFP. Men only party, okay? Yeah. I can restart that if you want. Nah? All right. Guys only pod. How are you guys doing today?
Doing great, man. Doing great. Happy to be here. Nice Sunday. Didn't go to church because who cares about church? But other than that, it's been good.
I've been to church on a Sunday and I don't even remember the last time I took foot in the church.
Damn, it's been that long.
Yeah, I feel like God created Sundays to rest, not to go to church.
Actually, I lied. I've been to a church like last year, but not for like service, like funeral service.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like it was it wasn't even a Catholic church. It was
A fake church?
No, it was
that launders
like
money?
Armenian church. I don't know what they.
What religion is that? They're Christian.
They're Christian. They were Christian, but it was like an Armenian.
An Orthodox Christian?
Yeah, like in Glendale.
Oh, okay.
There's like a little Armenian, whatever. But,
was it nice?
Yeah, it was cool.
Is your family?
Yeah. Then.
Where your family's Armenian?
One of my tias married
Armenian.
Okay.
So you are Arabic.
Yeah. No, Armenia's in Europe. They're not Arabic.
I'll make that a clip too.
That's funny. But how are you, Marlo? How are you doing?
Oh, you weren't finishing the sentence?
What was I saying?
I don't know. You were saying
church.
So I thought you were gonna keep going.
Oh, nah. Well, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm a little under the weather. I had a fever last night, and then I took like pills or whatever, and it's kind of, at least I don't have the sniffles, but I just feel super hot. But I'm doing well. I'll get into the rest a little after. Yeah. Oh, but I wanted to talk about have you guys noticed how like Christian churches aren't? I don't think they're that nice. So like kind of basic. That's
the first one I went to.
Oh. But was it like just like a modern Christian church with like the TV, the big?
No, it wasn't. It was like a legit. Like honestly, it might not even been a Christian church. Oh. But they're Christian, like that. Their family's Christian.
Gotcha.
But
okay,
it was like I don't know what the words to describe it, but it was legit. Like gotcha. It was like it passed the test.
Got you. I just probably noticed that.
But I know what you're talking about.
Catholic churches are like super super nice.
Old.
Yeah, they have like the Gothic architecture, like medieval, especially in Mexico.
Oh yeah, where my dad's from in El Rancho, that church is really nice. It's really really nice.
Yeah. All the architecture is like really intricate, and they have like the stained glass windows and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've only been to a Christian church once, and I guess it was a different experience. They're more about like community, I guess, like being together.
Yeah.
I remember at one point, like it was the mass, and then right after, like the young adults got together, like in a classroom, like what are they called? A portable?
Yeah, like outside.
Yeah, like right behind that church. What's the church that's right here on Waterman at the corner right by the freeway?
Okay.
Right. And and then we went in there, and then we were doing like some type of like role play, like very different, very different.
Why were you there?
For some pussy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Always is, huh?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. What's it called? Shit, I lost my train of thought. How are you guys doing though? How Wesley? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It was a chill week. I was going the gym I go to. I don't like it, but I go to it still. I don't know why, but it was fucking. The other day was my last straw. I was like, oh, fuck this place. So this place, bro, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I always go like right before they close. Like that's just my schedule, or not right before they close. I get there like 8. They close at 11. Oh. It's LA Fitness. I won't reveal what location, but they know. They know the bullshit that they be doing. And I go and I'm in my work clothes, so I change in the locker room. And then like, they're always out of paper towels. Always.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know if this is actually. It's fucking every. I wouldn't say it's every LA Fitness, but recently I've gone to the other ones around here and same shit. And I've gone in the morning, same shit. They're out of fucking paper towels, whatever, bro. And then, but this fucking place, when you walk into the restroom, bro, there's 2 little dispensers, right? One right here on this side of the sink, one on this side of the sink. Then you get 2 more when you go to like the sauna and the stalls. Mm-hmm. They've removed one of them right here. And I know for a simple fact they removed it just because they don't have enough fucking paper towels. So they could just, make it look like the other 3 are full. And then on Monday, the first day of the week, dog, I pull up. whatever. I go, I change, and I usually like take a piss or take a shit, whatever like I have to do. Then obviously I wash my fucking hands, and then the one in like the restroom, it says scheduled for maintenance. Both of them. Outside, the other one says scheduled for maintenance too. I was like, oh, this is bullshit. These shits are not scheduled for maintenance. Y'all motherfuckers are out of paper towels.
Yeah.
They're not. Nothing's wrong with the dispenser. Like, you motherfuckers are out of paper towels. And they were out of paper towels like outside in the where you get water to. You know, they have one right there too. And I was just like, yo, this place is fucking. And then one time, that same gym, they had on their thing out of paper towels, like when you walk in.
Oh, in the door?
Yeah, the front door.
It's an epidemic, man.
And this was like months ago, bro. Months. I understood like during like when we first got out of COVID, all right, but now there's no fucking reason either.
I just feel like they don't have the money for it. I feel like people overuse paper towels.
I agree with that too. Like when they get out the sauna, motherfuckers be using like the whole roll. Like, you should bring your own towel at that point, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you're a
'cause they're
sweaty
like-
motherfucker, then
Yeah.
bring your own towel.
But still, bro, even at the gym, bro, like either one, schedule 2 days of delivery or just order one fucking more of inventory when you order for that one day. Like, I thought we were supposed to be like promoting this clean environment for the gym and all this shit. And they even have, that's what's even more annoying. They've installed little wipes throughout the gym, bro. And they say like, oh, to wipe down, whatever.
Mhm.
And it's like, all right, motherfucker, well, some of these fools ain't washing their hands. And now you're giving them even more reason not to wash their hands because they're like, oh, there's no paper towels. So like,
Yeah.
That's gross.
Are paper towels that expensive?
I don't know.
No.
I just feel like they don't have the budget for it.
You don't think
Because gyms in general don't make a lot of money.
they don't?
Mm-mm.
You
No,
got your inside sources?
That's why LA Fitness turned into eSporta because they were going out of business.
Mm.
They just weren't making money out of their out of the accounts that they have.
I thought if any gym was going to shut down, it's going to be 24. Because
Never been. So I
it's nice, but that's just like $50, $60 a month.
Yeah.
When you can go to, well, I guess LA Fitness doesn't have paper towels, but I mean, it's $10, right? It's $10.
I wonder if they have paper towels there.
What's $10?
$10 more.
Isn't it $9.99
LA.
at the
Choose?
eSporta? No,
Choose.
the
I
one
thought
that you go
Choose.
to.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I paid 30.
What the hell?
I paid 20, but I've had
Okay.
mine for like a long time. Like it was my mom's, and then they
Yeah. Oh,
turned it into mine. And, well, me and my brothers.
yeah.
But
you
yeah,
gotta-
and there's even like you have to pay like the other day. I think there was the down fee was like, or initiation fee was like $50 or some shit. Like,
Jesus.
so they're charging a good amount. It's not like fuck. I understand if it was Crunch or
Yeah.
Planet Fitness or some shit. Like,
Yeah.
y'all are charging like, oh, not me, but other people. Like,
Yeah.
unless every motherfucker in there is coming for free or some shit. Like, their
Yeah.
homies getting them in and all that.
At when you go to wipe down the actual benches, is it like a already sanitized towel or is it spray and then?
Oh, it's just sanitized.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have a little
Oh, okay.
white thing now to like,
Gotcha. Because I remember,
But they're paper thin though.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
can see through them.
because I went with you a few times. I remember it was still like a spray bottle
Oh yeah, they got rid of
a couple years ago. I thought maybe that contributed to the paper towel usage. Any other of your weekly gripes?
Nah, if one comes up, I'll be sure to let you know. But nah, that was the one that really like pissed me off. I was
Yeah.
like, fuck this gym, bro. And I still went the next day.
You don't want to switch gyms?
I don't want to come to this one that late at night. Like,
Yeah.
it's well, the times I did go is still super packed. That one is packed, but it's not as packed. Like it's still work out and shit. That one, bro, I was fucking waiting and shit. Like,
Yeah.
and I hate doing that shit.
You haven't considered any other gyms?
Nah, just good. I was considering getting like a 24 or some other gym, like that's 24 hours, because that one obviously they're not. But I just haven't. I just fucking
Gotcha.
Yeah. Just to change the topic a little bit. Like I've started to notice that like more and more women are like clamoring for. Well, I want to say clamor. They're they've been asking for like more manly men,
Mm-hmm.
like handymen, and I just feel like I feel like women now have been given a reality check, because you know how like that's been the trendy thing for the last 2 years about the whole equality and shit like that. And I just feel like women right now got a really big reality check on what life is really like.
Yeah.
and how different it is for men, which I think is okay because we each have, to go through things. But I've noticed a lot more women saying like, I want like traditional roles. Like I want like like going back to when we had a Didi and Breezes, how Breezes said like, oh, like I want, I'll cook and clean, and you could be what you were supposed to be. Yeah, because I feel like
you know what that's called now? Not trad wife.
Trad wife?
I'm really getting tired of these abbreviations and like it's traditional wife.
Trad wife?
Just say traditional wife. You don't have to say trad wife. Yeah. Whatever.
That's the same thing. But I think that's cool. Because like growing up, my parents were, that traditional. My mom stayed home, my dad worked, and my mom always had food on the table. My mom always, kept the house clean. And my dad did the same. He pretty much, my mom was inside and my dad was outside. Okay. So I mean, obviously you guys have been to my house, and like there's always like renovations and shit like that. And a lot of times it's funny. My mom nags my dad and shit like, hey, can you, do this, paint this and do that, which is cool. My dad would do it just to keep her happy and shit. But I feel like at the end of the day, like that shit worked. Like, I feel like I never understood like the issue that women had, like, oh, I don't want to be in the kitchen. I'm like, bro, like, I think women didn't realize that like they were in a better situation. Like, I would say a more safe environment, being in the kitchen and shit like that.
You guys are familiar with Bill Burr, right?
Bill Burr, yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys heard this joke where he's like a mom, or women say being a mom is like the hardest job in the world? Yeah. He's like, I have to bend over, putting the DVD in the DVD player, and I have to sweep. And it's like, the guy on the oil rig, he's got it easy. Yeah.
Just doing any type of labor.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a trend for a while for like women can do it all by themselves and shit.
Yeah, I think, culturally, I think I don't see anything wrong with that. And even going back to like comedian standpoint, Andrew Schultz, I don't know if you guys watched his YouTube comedy special. No,
I did. No, I know.
10 out of 10 to be honest. But he also had a joke there where he says that like if you notice like where they keep the women in the kitchen, the food tastes better.
Oh yeah, I heard that joke. Yeah,
that
was one of his more viral.
One of the more viral jokes. Yeah. But I agree. Like you perfect your craft.
Yeah. To be honest, to be a handyman like you, Hector, I think is.
Well, you do stuff too, no?
Yeah, I do.
You could do car stuff.
Yeah,
which is really helpful.
House stuff too. I just don't have the tools, Like
that's
the only like if sometimes I feel like it seems like I can't do things, but because I don't have the stuff. My dad takes it all
really
with him.
Yeah, it's really important.
You know what I mean?
Too. You can't like do something without, you're just gonna fuck it up.
Like my dad, he would always tell me like, "Why don't you do it?" I'm like, "Well, where's the drill? Like, where is it?" He's like, "Oh, it's at work." I'm like, "Well, exactly. How the fuck am I supposed to do it? I need you to bring it, and then I can take care of it." But then he brings it, and he's just like, "I'll just fucking do it." I was like, "Well, see, it's not that I can't do it; it's just I don't have the actual. I'm not gonna buy it, Well, now, yeah, but back then I wasn't. Yeah, but yeah, I think like being a handyman like nowadays is definitely a big plus on your dating resume, because I don't think like, can you do an oil change?
Yeah.
I've never done oil change.
Like just basic stuff. Like I feel like most people don't.
Yeah, really. Air filters. The
I can change the air filter. That's easy.
It's easy. I'll tell you something.
That's super easy. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I told this one dude was gonna pay like.
They charge like $150.
Yeah, that shit. He was gonna pay for that shit. And I was like, bro, it's literally you go to AutoZone, you buy the shit, and then you just open the thing and you change it. Like it's not.
Don't tell me it's watches.
No. Okay. You guys don't know. But he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, bro. Like.
YouTube that shit.
YouTube it. I was like, my dad taught me, but you could. That shit is super easy. Like, because they're gonna charge him like $150.
Yeah, easily at the dealer, right?
Yeah.
I think I sent you guys that reel that said like when I might have sent it to you or to Bochis, where they said when you're the friend that they call about anything about a car, like, is this okay, or like, is this how much this costs? Yeah. And I had Bochis do that a few times, and one time he called me. He was like, "Hey, I'm at the dealer getting an oil change." I was like, "Okay." So they want to charge me, I think it was like $280 or $300 for a cabin air filter and for the engine air filter. And I was like, just get the oil change and just come to my house. We'll go to O'Reilly's. That stuff is like $20. We'll buy them and I'll put them in for you in like an hour. I was like, there's no way you're paying like $300 for that shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's ridiculous. And then I had a friend like back where I used to work, and he was telling me, he's like, hey Marlo, I got new tires recently. I was like, okay. He's like, there were 4 for like 900, I think.
What did he have, a
And-
truck?
No, that's the thing. He drive like a regular like economy car.
Sedan?
Yeah, a regular economy car, like sedan. And I was like, I mean, there are tires in which you would maybe pay that much for, like on a sports car and a truck, or if you have bigger wheels or with shit like that. I was like, but you specifically do not require any of those things. So I was like, your car should not cost more than like $400 for a set of 4 tires. Like no more than that. And if anything, it should be less. It should be like $250 to $300. He's like, so they got me. And I was like, they got you. They got you. They got you really good. He's like, yeah, I was at the wherever. And they're like, these are the ones you need. These are the good ones. And I just trusted them. And I was like, you know what? Next time you need to buy tires or anything like car wise, like just let me know and I'll like assist you and
yeah, they
getting
probably tell him like, yeah, we'll put some helium gas in there, some helium air. That way you you waste less gas.
I love that guy. He's a great person, but I feel like he's definitely like if you told him
he's been duped.
Yeah, he's been duped. Like blinker fluid, you know. Tell me about one time I had this girl in my car. And I was like, I was getting something. I was like, oh, you know what? I forgot something. Fuck. Can you go in there and ask for blinker fluid? I was like, I need to do something on my phone.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay. And she went in and asked for it. And she comes out and she just looks at me like, while she's walking up, I'm in the car and I'm just fucking dying laughing. She's just like pissed. She's like, they said there's no such thing as a blinker fluid. I was like, for real? I was like, damn, okay. Well, I guess my car line must be wrong, you know, because that's what it's marking right now. And she was just like, you asshole. And I was like, you know, that's how you learn. Now you know there's no blinker fluid. Because I had told her the same thing for her car. I was like, because there's like a bunch of lights coming on. I was like, this is for that, this is for this, and this is for blinker fluid.
Dang, tell me why girls always have their indicator for the tire pressure low. They always have it on.
It's because I was hitting a curb.
Yeah. That's got to be it.
Yeah.
There's have you guys seen the new ones like where you put the tires? I mean, to put air in your tires. They're like not around here. When I was living like in Irvine, Costa Mesa, they have them. You just set it to the thing and it does it like by itself.
Oh, to the PSI?
Yeah.
That's tight.
At a gas station?
Yeah.
So
you don't have to
like
check it and shit. Yeah.
Oh damn, I've not seen that.
Because I remember I used to do my dad, one of his tires used to be like messed up for the longest, and I would do that shit. And then when I went over there, I was like, this is so convenient. Like what the fuck? Like, but of course, like they would have it like over there.
Yeah, we're not getting that for a while.
Maybe for 10 more years or some shit. Like,
maybe by 2050 for sure.
you just like plug it in, and then on the where you pay, you can pay right there too. You don't have to go inside and shit, and you just put your PSI, and then it just.
You're not supposed to pay for air.
How much was it? Like $1 for the air?
I don't remember. This was like years ago.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot though. In California, air is free.
Yeah, you can just go in. I had one time someone told me they didn't want to like turn it off for me. At the Chevron, actually, on the corner.
Oh, yeah?
I had gone, and I had always gone because I had one of my same thing.
I think it's a law.
I don't know if it's a law.
Free.
I don't know, but my dad was just like, just go inside and ask for air or water. I was like, okay, cool. And I've always done that. I went in once. I was like, hey, could I get there on? He's like, oh, you have to pay $150. And I was just like, wait, you can't turn it on? He's like, no, pay. And I was like, well, fuck. I just went to a different place.
They can't do that.
Yeah. Well,
I know it's a law that in all of California, like air and water is supposed to be free.
Yeah. I used to go on that silver car, I had to put like water every day for my car. Just
for the radiator?
Yeah, just not heat up and shit. That shit was a hassle. One time I forgot and I got stuck at Cal State.
Jesus.
And I was at the behind the education building, like in that parking lot, and I turned it on and like I sit there for like 30 seconds doing something, and then that should just literally just steam coming out of my fucking I had to.
Yeah, isn't it funny when like you're kind of just like minding your own business and like you're kind of enjoying life, and then boom, your car needs to be fixed.
Dude,
I feel like that always happens. Like, you're just chilling, like, you know, life is great.
Yeah,
and then boom, your car, and it's always your car. Like,
yeah, I had a car problems for like the last like month, and car problems I think are the worst fucking thing to have. First, 2 of my tires popped on the same. Like I woke up and they're both flat.
Damn. Somebody slashed you for sure.
I don't think so. I think I went into a pothole or some shit. I don't know. Point is, they were both flat, and I was like, "Fuck, okay." And like a few days later, I go to get one changed. The other one couldn't find the hole. I don't know, all this bullshit. So I had a bunch of tire problems for like 2 weeks. Finally, they're gone. And it's literally the day after I was like, "Oh, I don't have tire problems anymore. Let me wash my car." Cool. The next day, my car won't turn on. My battery died.
Jesus.
So then that happened, and I was like, okay, well, now I got to start my car. I do this, and I was like, you know what? Like, I don't know. I was just so fucking over it, dude. Finally, everything's fine. Like, whatever, but it was such a hassle. I couldn't stand it. I was so frustrated. Like, it was just one thing after another. And then, like, now I have my windshield wiper fluid. That's not a big deal, but still, it's just annoying, like, to have the little light on.
Yeah, it's so tedious. Even when you do, like, take care of your car, you take it to the oil changes, you always check your fluids and stuff like that. It's still, like...
Yeah. Have you guys noticed how many gas stations are opening up around here?
Everywhere. Like, I don't feel like we don't need any more gas stations.
Yeah. I think if anything, might have to go in reverse. I thought everyone's going EV and shit.
Yeah, I wonder what the fuck is. And I heard there's a big issue with all that EV shit. Like, I was hearing somebody speak on it, and supposedly they were an expert. And they were talking about, I mean, I never...
You can say that to anything now, right?
Yeah.
You're a dating expert, you're a whatever.
Yeah, everyone's an expert.
Yep.
That's okay.
Expert asshole.
And what's it called? He was saying, like, how, like, the power grids that are, like, in place, like, in every city and every county, like, do not have the capability of, you know, supporting all these EV vehicles that are, like, set to be released. I think he was saying that, let's say, like, everyone in, like, a certain city had EV cars, they charge them, like, they would use enough power that one day that the whole city uses, like, in a month.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he said, like, it's so, like, confusing how they're trying to switch to that, even though that's still, like, polluting, like, still burns fossil fuels and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I never understand shit either. Like, what is so, like,
well, it's supposed to be for the environment, but the batteries, I heard, are bad for the environment too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, wow, how does, like, I've never, like, if you switch to another power source, like, that power source still, like, burns, you know, all the bad shit. So I've never understood that. You
guys think China might be, this is super off topic, but China might be, like, might be wiped out in the next 10 years? Because their population is getting really old. They lied about 100 million people, and they were all supposed to be, like, young people.
Oh, like, in terms of population?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. Some population problems, like, apparently.
How does that work, though?
I don't know. I'm not the expert. I was just like, oh shit, China's gonna go out of business and shit. I was like, that's crazy. But what about the women, the handyman and the women? How do we get here? We got from handyman and women to cars to this to that
to gas stations.
Yeah. But get yourself a guy who can, you know, fix a car maybe.
Yeah.
Do some just simple shit, nothing crazy, you know.
But he's got to be
headers or anything.
He's got to be your man though. Like, you can't just ask, like, some dude like you've been dating for, like, a few weeks and shit. Yeah. Like, unless you, like, reward them with, like, a blowjob or something, then that's okay. But
yeah,
they got to be your man too. You can't just help me with this, help me with that, like that.
Yeah,
we're not helping you.
I don't know too many handymen.
I feel like laborers are up right now. Not in Florida though. I don't know if you guys heard of that.
Yeah,
the labor shortage. There was, like, a new law that you can't have any immigrants.
Undocumented.
Yeah, undocumented immigrants as workers. So all their farms, some of their construction and shit like that, some of their cleaning services are all, because people move to, like, other states where they don't have that.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
But it was on the news.
Yeah, and then by them doing that, even, like, still they're still, like, short, because obviously those are the only motherfuckers who want to work.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing that because the guy, I forgot his name.
DeSantis?
Yeah,
him. He runs it. He's trying to get, you know, he's a
Republican.
Yeah, he's trying to get all them up out of there, but now they're like,
what now?
They don't have no one to fucking work now. So
I
now
don't.
they're gonna have to raise their minimum wage up or start paying like a shitload for people to want to work.
Yeah, I feel like
I have some inside shit. I'll tell you after, or I'll say it right now. You gotta cut it out.
well, I also saw in the news the actual like owners of those farms and shit. They were saying how like the people that were coming into work, they said a lot of them would leave like during lunch, or they would only work one day. Like it was hard to keep people. And I feel like people like these anti-immigrant people, or the ones that are trying to prove the point of like they don't need, people like us. I don't feel like they don't realize what it is to like work outside. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I do construction, and like, I know like a few like white people, and that, do the same thing, and they get down. I mean, there is like some, I'm not saying that there isn't any white people that, that could get down like that. And cause I know of some, but my point is like, I feel like a lot of people in general, like they don't know what it's like to be outside in the heat and shit.
Yeah.
It's different. Like it's a different, like, mental aspect. Because like imagine like doing like hard labor, but like also like being, at the mercy of the weather.
Yeah.
And I think that's
like you can't even work when it's raining.
Yeah, like, or sometimes we do work when it's raining and you're soaking wet and like you're fucking shivering, but like you have to keep going, and or when it's like 110 degrees and you're out there. And like at some points, like especially like in the summer, dude, I feel like a camel because like my belly would be all big because I drink like so much. I think I drink like a water bottle at least every like 20 minutes. Wow. 20, 30 minutes. And by like 2 or 3 o'clock, I'm just like, fuck. I should keep drinking water, but I can't. Like you just kind of like, you get grossed out by it.
Yeah.
You can't even keep it down.
A long time ago, not even a long time ago, but when I was like, maybe from like 17 to like 20, I would help my dad outside and like with his work. And I immediately found out like this, I don't think I could, I think I could do it, but it's like you said, a much different lifestyle. Like I would get home and I would just shower and just lay down.
Yeah.
Like for 2 hours, 2 hours straight where I wouldn't talk to anyone. I wouldn't do anything. My mom would have my food ready, just like if I was my dad. And I would just like sit here like this. Yeah. Just stare at the wall in my room, do nothing. And after 2 hours, I was like, okay, so what do I do now? Because I was so exhausted and it was so fucking hot. And I don't know how this guy's been doing this shit for, 30, 40 years, but fuck, man. It was so hot. He's picking up like tires and fucking big old pieces of metal and then this and then that. This shit was exhausting, dude. And I was just sitting there like, I don't know how he's like, I don't know how he's out there. Because when I would be out there, I'd be tired. And I'd be like, okay, what's next? Like, what do you want me to do? And he's just there singing, just chilling, like nothing. He'd put up his umbrella. Like, how are you so,
yeah, dude, I'd be at work and like, I'd be treating that shit like a game sometimes.
Okay.
Like just fucking around. Because I feel like you have to do that shit. Because like there's certain things like I have to do, but like I'll just like turn it into a game. Like I say like I have to do this. Like I don't know. I guess like have a certain amount of like things cut. Like I'll like time myself and like I see how fast I can do it, and, or like see if I could cut them without measuring and like just shit like that. Just start fucking around
for your sanity.
Yeah, because like when I'm out there, like that's the last thing I want to think about the weather. I feel like the more because there used to be some guy and like he don't work with us no more, and he would just be like every like 20, 30 minutes, he'd be like, it's so hot, it's so hot. He would just be like, always like, damn.
Yeah.
Like in the morning, like he would just be like, all right, it's getting hot. It's getting hot. And I'm like, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's getting hot. And then he'd be like, it's hot. Like he'll say it in a different tone. Like, fuck, it's hot.
Does he still work there?
Nah, he does the same thing, but like, no, not the same thing. He does like remodeling, so he's inside and shit. I mean, he's a cool dude and shit. But yeah, he would always be talking about the weather and like, and sometimes like I don't like. Sometimes I'll check my phone, but not most of the time. Like for the weather, like see what the day's gonna look like. But I just feel like that's like counterproductive. Like,
yeah,
because I'm just gonna keep that number in my head and just be like,
yeah,
it's gonna hit this. Like it's gonna be so hot.
The weather app's been bugging.
Yeah, right,
bro. Yesterday, I opened it up just to see like how hot it was gonna be, and then it said it was supposed to thunder and rain the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it'll say like I look every day because I look at it every day, and it'll say like at 1 to 2 it's gonna rain or there's gonna be thunder just for that hour.
Yeah.
That's what I did on Friday, like from 5 to 7. It said it was gonna rain and thunderstorm too.
Yeah. Same thing
nothing
last
happened.
week. I think last week on the day we're supposed to record, it said like 2 days before it's gonna be
Like rain and shit.
raining and it's gonna be like 90 degrees, and I was like, what the fuck? And I wake up and it's
See, right
fine.
now it says it's hazy.
The
But
weather
it's not
report-
even gonna get hot. I think that's crazy.
the weather report with Hector and Wesley.
Yeah, because all of next week is gonna be no more than 87 after Monday. And after that, it drops 78, 74, 72.
Fucking with the weather channel now.
Yeah, gotta let the
Damn.
people know what their day is like.
Yeah.
In the Inland Empire.
Yeah. I've actually thought the weather was pretty nice though.
We should film like a video.
Yeah, it hasn't been too hot.
Yeah. A video?
A green screen and actually doing the weather.
And that'd be cool.
You could
A
be
little
a
real.
meteorologist.
Yeah. I mean
And we could cut to a scene of a tarot card reader.
oh damn. Throwback to whoever's seen that. It's not even up. It's not out anymore either.
Nah,
Nah, I took it down from the YouTube. I had
Put it
to
on.
clean up the
put it on Patreon.
yeah. That's what I was gonna do. That's what I was gonna do. I actually wanted to put some of the behind the scenes when like that we sent to each other.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
where it was like I think Hector was like, nah, don't tell me that. And yo, it was like, oh, okay, my bad. Shit. I started playing Zelda. Are you guys familiar with the game? Have you guys seen it trending? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it trending, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Because they released a new game, Tears of the Kingdom, and it's like the sequel to Breath of the Wild, which came out 6 years ago. It was the same year the actual Switch launched. It's like 100-hour game essentially.
Oh, you told us about that one time.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one I spent like 80 hours plus to finish it, and they said this was even longer. And I looked at the reviews the day before, and this shit got tens everywhere, like straight through from
Oh,
everyone.
man.
Like,
Do you know the
everyone.
story?
Story of
The Zelda story? Like, you know,
like the canon timeline. Not really.
No?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
I've looked it up. Like I've watched the YouTube videos for the timeline, but I've never really understood it. Why do you?
Nah.
Oh.
The only reason I know, I was just asking, like, if you
Yeah.
know, like, I didn't know how into it you were.
Because Breath of the Wild was the first Zelda game that I played.
Wow.
I never played as a kid, and to be honest, the whole time I was like, "This is just called Legend of Zelda," but I'm like, "This is not Zelda. I'm playing with Link." I didn't know that.
Yeah, Zelda's
Yeah.
a princess.
Yeah,
I know that much.
I didn't know that until I played that game. To be honest, well, I knew they were two different
Character.
because of Smash Bros.
Yeah, that's
right?
how I know them.
Yeah, but then when I bought the game the first time for the Switch, when I got it back when it came out, like I was Legend of Zelda. Like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna play with Zelda. I was like, this is not Zelda. Who is this?
And the funny thing is, like, you think that would be his name.
Yeah,
Sounds
right.
like that's his name.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
have played a few games, like, from the GameCube and the 64 and shit.
back in the day,
Yeah.
the 64.
Yeah, they were
Oh.
games. It's pretty old. It's a pretty old game.
Yeah, I know, but you've played some of them, like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and stuff. Yeah.
I don't really remember them like that. but-
Oh, because I've been playing all the old ones now.
Yeah.
Like since I've played that game, but yeah, it came out at 10 out of 10 to pretty much everyone. Amazing game. I agree, 10. Because Zelda the Breath of the Wild was already super good. Yeah, I know you guys don't really game anymore, but
Did you ever get your PS5?
Nah, I never got it, bro.
Ah.
I thought about it. One day I was actually at Best Buy and I was like, bro, I'm gonna buy this shit. I'm gonna spend like $600, play this shit. No, I'm not even gonna play it, bro. Like,
yeah,
I haven't even, the other day I took we're at Mariano's and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take my Xbox and I couldn't find my other controller. And I took this one controller, didn't fucking work. And then I got home and this was like 2-3 months ago.
yeah,
And I left it like in the backpack and it's still in my backpack. I haven't taken out my Xbox to like plug it in or
Yeah.
like nothing. I was gonna do it the other day, but then I was like, I'll just lay down and fucking stare at the ceiling. Like,
What games do you have on it to play?
I got FIFA, that's it.
Oh, shit.
Apex, but fuck, I haven't played that shit in seasons.
Yeah,
So it's probably gonna take like 2 hours to update, and I'm just like, I don't want to do that shit.
yeah. Are you guys Nintendo, Microsoft, or Sony, or Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation?
Well, I have a Switch and Xbox at home, so
No, but I'm saying which one do you guys like the most? Like Nintendo, Microsoft, or Nintendo, Xbox, or PlayStation? Like over your lifetime.
I'd say probably Xbox or PlayStation. Just because I mean, FIFA is this game I'll just play like forever.
Yeah.
yeah, I would say Microsoft. Mostly Xbox.
You guys don't fuck with Mario?
Mario?
Not really, to be honest. I mean, I like
Nah.
the games, like obviously Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros. And shit. But
Oh, I loved Mario Party, bro. That was probably one of my favorite.
yeah, like
games. All the
Luigi's
mini
Mansion
games.
and shit. Like I did fuck with that, but I was never like,
Did you guys watch the new Mario movie?
yeah, I did.
I have not.
I
That's
heard
cool.
they're trying to like open a whole Mario universe.
Yeah, I told you.
You did?
Yeah, I told
Yeah.
you guys. I showed you guys like they're trying to make like a Zelda and
Her?
yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about it one time, and then I was like, I don't want to talk about it yet on the
Because
yeah, but
Well, I've been seeing like videos of like the Yoshi thing.
it's because the people who run it are obviously like Universal, the Illumination,
Yeah,
so they're trying to make like a whole little
yeah.
world.
that's tight. I'm so
It was cool.
wanting to see.
It was like I wish it was a little more like
adulty.
yeah, but I mean
A kid movie.
yeah, because I mean most of the fans are like our age or like early 30s, so
Yeah. Yeah, I love Mario. And I love the Nintendo. I love Nintendo in general. I've always been like I was big on the DS. I would play little kids in Japan, like little Mario Kart.
For
I never had a DS.
I love that was my favorite console until the Switch. So I love Nintendo. I love the games. They just I don't know. Because the only thing I've ever really played on Xbox was FIFA, Halo. That's about it.
I play FIFA, Halo, Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, Call of Duty. I played Titanfall. Like all those games were cool, but they didn't make me feel the way these Mario games feel. To be honest,
Mario.
The obviously you guys know we're doing like a little something in a couple months, but there's I get like a Yahoo newsletter every like week or whatever, and sometimes I just scroll. They have like weird ass stories and shit. And there's like there's this thing like naked cruises. Like you go on the cruise and everyone's naked for the whole cruise. The only time you're required to wear clothes is for the dinner. That's it.
It's not optional.
where do I
Oh,
buy that?
and the staff wear clothes, but all the people, everyone else is naked.
You got to be a creep to work there. What the heck?
You pay extra to be honest.
I don't know. I didn't look into the.
You didn't check prices.
Nah, but I was just like, it's weird how people could do that. Like I can't do that.
Yeah,
I feel
Even
like
if I had a big ass dick, I wouldn't be able to do that shit.
yeah.
Actually, no, I probably would. Nah, I wouldn't, bro, because I don't like how my ass looks.
Yeah.
Like that shit, it's weird. And it's
Nah, I
all
feel
hairy
you.
and shit. Like I can't be walking around naked like that.
well,
Yeah.
you get waxed.
Nah, I don't want to get waxed.
Yeah, I would be super uncomfortable too.
What do you think happens like if you get a boner? Is that like sexual harassment?
Well, they did say on the thing it says we don't do like it's not like an orgy ship. Like they do everything like a cruise is, but bro,
How do you not fuck? Like,
they probably fucked like in their little what are the
No,
shit
I'm
called? Little
saying-
cabins or whatever they're called.
Man, I think they're just saying it's not an orgy ship for
Yeah.
legal
For like I get
disclaimer
it.
you
reasons.
say
Yeah.
they got
'Cause
like a
it's
special section where like it's okay to touch or what?
Nah, I think it's probably
Like a
No,
smoking
obviously
section?
they for sure fuck. I'm pretty sure like if a naked dude meets a naked girl, they end up like fucking and shit. But
yeah.
they're not like promoting that, like you know.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that's the way they want to market that. I'm assuming.
Is that what that really is?
Because that's just like a it opens up Pandora box to like a whole bunch of different
Yeah.
things.
damn. That's kind of.
And I didn't see. I'm assuming it's 21 and up, like only for adults. I didn't see like anything. But
Kids
I'm
are-
assuming.
No age restriction.
I'm assuming. I hope it's 21 and up.
Yeah.
But it's actually a big. I read the whole article, and there's this one girl who she like goes on a lot like throughout the year, and she said
Yeah.
there's nothing weird about it. Like everyone is adults, and we just act like adults. And, like, bro, I get the point of acting like adult, but like yo, if I'm like at the bar drinking naked, and then the homie right next to me naked too, like that's kind of
And you get a boner?
Sus.
Yeah, you're gonna say something.
Or like, what if I walk? Nah, never mind. I was gonna say, what if like I walk by and like someone like smacks my ass or some shit, or like, or what if someone farts,
Or someone didn't wipe. Shit like that.
or they just took a piss and their shit's still leaking like when they're walking out the restroom.
Or someone's on their time of the month.
Oh, I think that's. I don't think you should go on. They probably have a safe thing for like that.
Damn, that's
But I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Anything naked like that show Naked and Afraid and shit.
You
Like,
wouldn't go to a nude beach?
No, I wouldn't do it.
Or in the nudist colonies.
Yeah,
communities.
I've heard of that. I wouldn't do that shit either.
There's supposed to be one close around.
You
Like
Yeah.
an hour away.
You think they're just swingers?
Yeah. I mean, why else would you want to just be naked? That's just weird.
Well, someone's gonna say because they love their body and feel comfortable in their own skin.
That's cool, but not for me.
I think that's bullshit. I think you're a fucking weirdo. Straight up. I don't care how much you love your body. That's just weird. Put on clothes. It's just underwear. Not even underwear. Just put on shorts. Just free ball it.
I mean, I understand being like barefoot and shit. That's cool too.
Yeah. I always thought the nudist colony things or nudist communities were like a myth, like just something
parody.
people talked about like that doesn't exist. Until I grew up and I was like, oh, this is legit. Honestly, that cruise sounded like some Jeffrey Epstein type of.
Yeah,
That
Probably
sounds
going to his
really
island.
fishy.
and I've not to put a damper on some future plans, but I heard some cruises they be doing some sketchy shit like murders and whatnot. Like, there's actually that show on Netflix that guy Hassan, he's a comedian too, I think.
Samanaj.
Yeah, he has it on I forgot what his show on Netflix is, but he does an episode. I watched it one time where he put it on. And there was like, on cruises, like people go missing and shit, like bodies, because you throw the body off the ship, dog. Like,
Yeah. I as you said, not to put a damper on some future plans of someone's, but I've never understood why someone would go on a cruise. Like my parents have, you guys want to go on a cruise? When we go, yeah, no. My uncles, you guys want to go on a cruise? No. My friend, no. Well, I'm not. Why would you want to go to? I've never understood why someone would want to go on a cruise. Nothing about it to me seems enticing. Not only that, but it's scary. But aside from the scary part, I just have never understood why someone would want to go on a cruise.
I get it.
You get it?
Yeah.
What about the cruise?
Well, you're going somewhere.
And partying at the same time.
Yeah.
I think that's the whole gist of it.
I
Like,
get those
if they
aspects.
imagine if there was there probably is, but an airplane strictly where you could like sit, stand, sleep comfortably, and like at the same time party while you're going to like fucking, I don't know, Costa Rica.
Like a private jet?
Yeah. But like obviously like a commercial one. Like for people.
Yeah.
Like that's a great idea actually. Someone should try to do that shit. I don't know if you can make a plane that fucking big.
I'm sure you could. Airbus?
But I think that's the point, because that's what a lot of people like. Me personally, I hate plane ride, just sitting for. Yeah, you can watch movies and shit, but like, I'm taking this boat to Ensenada or whatever. Fuck. And while you're doing it, you're not just sitting there like,
Yeah.
all cramped up, like watching a little stupid ass movie that you've seen probably already, and
100 times.
you could like. That's all. I'm not thinking of it like, oh my god, this is nice ass ship. I'm just thinking like the ship's the middleman to get like to where you want to go to.
It's a cool middleman.
I get the stuff you're doing. My problem is like the location, like what you're doing it on. That's the part that I've never really got. Like getting on a big boat. Ever since I heard about the what was it? The Titanic, I was just like, nah,
Ever since you heard about it, bro, that shit happened when you died. Like,
When you died.
When weren't even born.
But point is, I watched the movie. I was like, damn. So now I'm good.
I mean, but that can happen, bro. You can't think like that. That can happen to
I know, but
anything.
that
You want to
like
have your rose
We
moment?
can think about 9/11, man. What if they're robbing my plane right now?
like for example, before I went on my first plane ride, I went to Nebraska, right? And
why the fuck did you go to Nebraska?
And I was super terrified. Like, I think I was 10. And that was my first plane ride because we had only gone to Mexico. Well, I had gone to Mexico on a plane, but I had not remembered. I was too young. So I've mostly been driving. And then we're like, we have to go in a plane. I was all right. And I was terrified, dude. I was so scared. Like, I honestly didn't want to go. But I had no option. Like, I couldn't just stay here by myself. And I told my mom, like, can I just stay with like our aunts or something? Like, I really do not want to go. But it was like a family thing, so I kind of had to. But until I actually did it, I was no longer afraid. Like, now planes don't really scare me, but I still get paranoid of like them being shot out of the air or something.
Yeah, I mean, I
Shot
do
at
too,
me.
but like obviously I still get on them and shit. Like,
Yeah, but I'm not as scared. But the boat thing to me still like, I don't know. There's some fear there.
is there
Obviously.
a Titanic conspiracy? I don't know if there is. I'm just asking.
Not that I
Does
know.
anyone know of?
Not that I know.
What was the point of that? Just because it was like the biggest ship? Right?
Yeah.
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, you should.
I've never seen the movie.
It doesn't catch my like attention. I've never seen The Notebook. And I'm not trying to sound like, yo, this tough guy. Oh, I don't watch love movies. I love Dear John, 10 out of fucking 10. The Vow, oh my God, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yo, Channing Tatum's in both of those. That's a comedy. That should be his niche. I don't know what's his. Is he a comedy? What do you think he is?
He's like
He's not like an action dude. He tried to do it with G.I. Joe. Fail.
Yeah.
He's not a superhero. He hasn't landed. He was supposed to be Gambit for a little bit. That never came to fruition.
I think now he's more of a comedic, side character, like a character role.
Yeah, he's not like a main.
Nah.
Dang, you remember that movie, The Fighter? No, that movie's not called The Fighter. It's not called The Fighter, but
it's about fighting.
Yeah, The Fighter's with Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale.
Yeah, that's
a good one too.
Yeah,
but
the one
where he's like a street fighter and he's like fighting in the.
Yeah, I'd be like, yo, imagine like
and like Step Up, like. All right, we're getting off topic, but the point is, what the fuck was I talking about? Titanic. I've never seen the Titanic. Is it?
Nah, but of all those movies you named,
he's been all over the place.
No, not him, but like of all those movies you named, I think the Notebook.
It's not good.
To me, it's not that.
Oh, you know what's the greatest one? Actually, The Fault in Our Stars. That's 100 out of 100.
With
Shailene Woodley.
Yeah, the one with the 16 and pregnant.
Yeah,
the series. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's the best one. Out of all of them.
That one honestly like had me,
Now, I have a funny ass. I'll send it to you guys after. I'll send it to you right now. Let me look it up. But you guys,
like Dear John, The Vow, The Fallen Stars. I think those are way better than The Notebook. But The Notebook is like the cliche one, like, oh, we gotta watch The Notebook together, this and that. But I watched it. I don't. It's alright,
The Notebook is the one where
it's
they're telling the story in the past, and at the end, like you realize that the husband is reading the notebook.
Yeah.
That one was kind of cheesy.
Yeah, it's not that it's bad. It's just I think the hype is maybe unwarranted. I would say. You found it?
Which other? Yeah, I sent it. I can't remember what other one was a good one. Oh, the fucking I actually saw this one in church. It's the one with they're high schoolers and the girl's sick, but she doesn't tell him. And then he's like a bad boy and she's like tutoring him. And then her dad's like a priest or some shit.
Okay.
And then they fall in love with her, but the girl dies. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. It's like it's with the girl from she's a rock star. Like she's in the band. Fucking it's gonna bug me. Oh, what's her name?
She blonde?
Nah, in the movie she has like red brown hair. And she's like a loser and the kids bully her and then like obviously she gets with like the jock. What's that movie called, bro? I watched this in my first communion class. Well, I watched it before like on Lifetime and shit with my mom.
Yeah.
But I watched it in my first communion class too. Whatever. That's a great one too though.
Comment it once you find it. Comment it under the video.
What video?
Like the episode.
Oh, no, I'll probably find it right now, but I just got to think what it was called. But
yeah,
that's a good one too. But what was it? Oh, the Titanic. Is there a conspiracy behind that? Like, was that supposed to sink? A lot of people, I think I heard one time that they made it sink.
Huh. That's not I'm into conspiracies and I haven't heard that one.
I'm sure there is.
Because they were like, yo, how the fuck can you not see the iceberg?
Yeah. Yeah, true. True.
And I get like, you know, it's not like a car. You can't just fucking swerve out the way. You gotta like
Yeah.
takes time to like
Binoculars and
Change direction.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna look into that after. Well, I do my setup for the. I wonder. I'm sure there is. But talking about the romantic comedies or romantic movies, what do you guys think is the best romantic movie to watch with a girl? Or do you guys even like to watch romantic movies with a girl?
Not really. I think it's
No.
cheesy. I like to watch them by myself or like.
Or like
I've never seen. Oh, actually, I lied. I've seen the first 50 Shades of Grey, but like halfway through. Like it was on FX or some shit, and I put it on. But I've never seen the other ones because honestly, it did not catch my. I don't know how that shit became a trilogy.
The book, I think.
I know, but how? Like who?
girls.
The plot is just like not even.
Girls.
Like imagine if they made a trilogy out of like any other like love story type.
Yeah. No, I get it. It's just I don't think it's for us, you know? I don't think we're the audience they were trying to target. I think they're trying to target like horny women. Or like women.
Trying to fulfill their fantasies.
Great.
Yeah, someone who like
I think
has never
that's
been
what
like
was a
fucked
little-
well, maybe. It's like, wow, if only I could, you know, find this guy.
I feel like girls usually want a romantic way to be to get fucked.
Nah, hold on. Tell me about one girl. This is not a girl I was involved with.
Nah,
whatsoever.
they wanna be romanticized.
Nah. Well, I don't know, maybe, but there's this one girl that she straight up. I was talking to two girls, right?
You guys don't like Brokeback Mountain?
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
Nah, I've heard it's good. Heath Ledger, R.I.P. These two girls were telling me how, or they're talking about sex, like
A Walk to Remember. That's what it's called. Look it up. Came out in 2002. Great fucking movie. It's on Peacock.
Peacock. Okay.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, Walk to Remember. That sounds familiar, but
It's with Mandy Moore. That's her name.
Oh, okay. I've never seen this. You said this is good.
Yeah.
Never seen.
She was in
Set in North Carolina, Walk to Remember follows the rite of passage of a jaded, aimless high school senior, Shane West, who falls in love with the gillyless young woman, Mandy Moore, he and his friends once scorned. The two develop a powerful and inspirational relationship in which they discover truths that take most people a lifetime to learn. A story by Nicholas Sparks. He's got all the good ones.
Is he like a known?
Yeah, he's got all that shit going.
I didn't know that.
What was this movie called?
Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah, that's a good one. She's like, but yeah, these two girls were telling me how like they like to get fucked, right?
Like
and
sexually or like fucked over?
sexually.
Oh, okay.
And she was like talking about these two guys. Each of them were in the same situation. Each of them were both talking to two different guys, and they had the same dilemma. One guy liked to, like, you know, do it really romantically and slow and like loving, and the other guy was just like a fucking beater, just fuck, you know. I don't know how else to fucking put it,
Disrespected.
she just, you know, and then they were like, yeah, like I like him a lot more, but I don't like this like romantic, like that's fine and all, like I get it, but. And then they both said, I wish he had what he, like how he fucked. Because I don't like this whole like slow. And I was like, okay, I'll keep that in mind for my life, you know? Because I was young. I was like 17.
But I'm always both. I feel like I'm always both.
Yeah, you mix it in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not romantic at all.
Oh,
Well, you don't have a
course.
girlfriend. Though. That's different. I'm not saying I'm doing that with like any girl.
yeah.
But like my girl, I feel like you have to be both. But that's crazy. They're both talking to two dudes and getting banged out by two dudes.
Imagine it's the same two dudes.
I do. Nah. I know. I just remember sitting there because, like I said, I was young. And I was like, okay, so this is what women like. Okay, good to know. I was just, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think I feel like that's pretty accurate though.
What do you mean?
Like the rough.
The rough? I feel like certain girls like it rough. It just depends. Because like I've been with girls that are like
soft.
know. Yeah, just like missionary. That's it. I feel like fucking like a little Christian girl.
You
Not a little Christian girl. Pause.
Oh, yeah. Pause.
You remember
big pause.
in Ozark in the first season when he's like The first episode when he's like he has the PI on his wife because she's cheating. Wendy's cheating, and then like when they start doing it, like a few episodes later, like he tries to get like a little aggressive because he sees like
and
and then she notices like, why did you do that? Like you never did that before. Like and then he gets caught up. Like that was weird.
That was crazy, and that's like in the first few episodes.
Yeah.
And he was watching his wife get
At work.
Yeah. If you haven't watched those arcs, watch it.
That was funny.
Yeah, great fucking show.
But
it's still, and the way I don't know, just seeing.
Yeah, it was awkward.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like that's how I would be. Because I don't when I'm doing that, like I don't usually do that.
You gonna slap ass?
Not often, so I feel like it'd be out of character for me.
Gotcha.
You're more like just holding on.
Yeah, because I feel like it fucks up the rhythm. That's just me. I don't know. I don't have rhythm.
You gotta catch it, bro. You gotta.
Nah,
I gotta catch the momentum.
And so I feel like if I were to do that with the girl, like I was hooking up with, like constantly, she'd know, she'd be like, "What the fuck?"
That's odd. What was that about?
But
you think she should look back at you? Like,
what? Hate it.
Not again, please.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't try that one again.
That was funny.
Fuck.
What was I gonna say? Fast 10 came out.
Yeah.
Cinematic
Masterpiece.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I mean, either.
I'm not gonna see it.
Oh, I'm gonna see it. I'm just waiting to see it with my cousin. He's a big Fast and Furious.
I might go see it, but I heard it was. I mean, Mariano was gonna watch it,
Gotcha.
and he said it was fucking stupid.
I mean, they all are.
Yeah, they're all fucking stupid.
Yeah,
but yeah, people keep going to watch. But it was funny because I looked up the budget for the first one. The budget for the first one was like 38 mil, and then now the budget was like 204 million or some shit like that.
Yeah, I just feel like they didn't want a surplus. They just try to use all the money that they have.
Well, I heard they made like $500 million a movie or something.
Well, they already said this is the second biggest opening of this year so far.
That's a lie. I don't believe that.
But for Fast 9, I looked it up and they made like 400 or 500 mil profit from budget to box office.
Yeah, see, look, they made 720.75 million on Fast 9, and if their budget, let's say, is 200, taking home 500 mil.
How the fuck? Obviously, I'm not in the movie industry, but how do you even max out a $200 million budget? Like, what the fuck do you have to?
Locations, effects, equipment. I mean, and these actors, I'm 100%.
Oh yeah, that's probably included into the budget.
Yeah,
obviously.
Like
that's probably the most. And I would think the other most is probably like closing off certain locations for like the time you have to record.
Yeah, like okay,
like cities, downtown, whatever, New York, Chicago,
and everything that you destroy.
The cars.
Yeah,
and they're on airplanes, tanks,
but that's all like CGI.
Some of it.
You think so? I don't think all of it.
They're not fucking up real planes.
Not real planes, but real cars.
They might do it. They might fuck up like a fucked up plane.
What was I gonna say? Like on Universal, you've been on the tour on Universal Studios.
Oh yeah.
You know how like
amazing
the movie set,
for the World. What's that movie? The Tom Cruise World of World.
Okay.
You know how when you pass, there's the scene when you or the thing when you pass by the airplanes fucked up. They said that they actually had to. Universal actually had to go buy the Boeing, whatever. It was like a fun fact, but it was an actual airplane. They had to destroy it, and then they just left the set like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, a plane's like $1 million, so that's $1 million gone.
Yeah, I guess. So I guess I could see how the 200 mil would get.
Yeah, honestly, I think it makes sense, especially on the actors. If you're on a Fast 10 and their agents are saying, "Oh, well, we're making this much amount of money," like. We got to get at least 10,
they already
50.
said on Fast... Well, they haven't said, but on Fast 11, they want either Matt Damon or Robert Downey Jr. to be the villain.
On what movie?
Fast 11. They're making up.
Well, because it's a part 1 of 3 parts.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Wait, is Fast 10 part 1 or is Fast 11 part 1?
What I saw was that this is a part 1 of a 3-part series finale.
Yeah, because I heard there's a mean, like the ending was like stupid. Like it's like a mean cliffhanger or whatever. I don't know how there could be a fucking cliffhanger, but
Vin Diesel probably is dead. But he's not.
I actually know one of the surprises. I don't want to tell you guys, but
okay.
This is the one where I was like, all right, I'm fucking done with this movie.
Yeah.
This is not
Say, I'm not gonna watch it.
Marvel, DC. You want me to say it?
Yeah, fuck it.
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
It's big spoiler alert. If you have not seen, if you're a diehard Fast and the Furious fan, you should
You should jump off a
forward.
cliff.
That you should look into the taste of movies you have. You probably have an AMC Stubs pass membership and you go twice a week. You should stop watching these movies. But with that being said, they bring back Giselle, Wonder Woman. She's alive. After she got, she didn't get shot in Fast, but she jumps off in the air and shoots some guys.
You know what's sad about this movie? The only person that's legitimately died
Is the motherfucker who legitimately died.
Everyone else has been brought back.
Yo, if they bring back Johnny Tran for Fast 11, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
You're even more done?
I saw Paul Walker shoot that fool twice in the back, I think. Yeah, they hit him and he shoots him. If they bring back Johnny Tran for the main villain of Fast 11,
as like a,
or Fast 12,
like as a cyborg.
Or they'll bring back from Too Fast and Furious, the guy they put away in prison.
Oh yeah.
He was Eva Mendes was working like on the cover.
Yeah.
The guy, and then he was like, remember Tyrese was like, he's not getting out, right? Watch, he's gonna end up getting out. He's gonna get out.
For the last one, they'll probably take it.
Because that's what they do. All they do is go back into the past and bring up some random ass fool. The villain for this one is the son from Fast 5, the drug cartel guy. The last movie, all of a sudden, Dom has this evil brother we never knew about.
Oh, that was
and it's fucking John Cena.
Yeah.
At least make him look alike.
Yeah, bro. And then
they look nothing alike.
And then in Fast 6, they bring a new character, but then the villain for Fast 7 is his brother. Like, oh my God, bro.
Well, you got to make it all connect, you know?
And now they have a sister, they have a mom, and Dom has a grandma in Fast 10. And where the fuck has the grandma been, bro? I thought this was all about family. He got all this estranged family and shit. Brothers, grandmas coming out of nowhere.
Damn. Shit.
They never even gave Jesse a funeral, dog. That fool would drive by, Johnny Tran killed that fool.
That's accurate.
Family tree all fucked up, man.
Oh, Wes, I think you just made my day with that shit. That is so accurate.
But yeah, they bring that bitch back. After they brought Han back in the last movie, who we saw this car explode.
Yeah.
But apparently he's Flash and he got out of that shit before.
So we talk about the movie, right? I wanted to ask, at what point in time did Fast and Furious, it's not realistic anymore? They lost me.
For me, it was Fast 6, and I think the franchise should have ended at Fast 6 in terms of like the story.
Yeah.
Like obviously at the end, they all get exonerated. They're back in their original house and shit, having a little barbecue.
Yeah.
The story should have ended right there. But in that movie, there's a scene when they're in Spain and there's a tank and shit, and Dom's like on one car with Letty, and then she gets thrown off the car or some shit. And this fool jumps the freeway, jumps across the freeway, catches her midair, lands on his back to break the fall on the hood of this other car. And that's where I was like, all right, this is stupid. And in the same fucking movie, the ending, that plane is on the runway, bro. Like, how long is that fucking runway?
Yeah.
Movie time, bro. That's different. It's not real time.
That shit did not make sense. And all of a sudden, Ludacris was this extreme hacker that he could hack satellites. So I blocked the call.
Yeah, they introduced him as like a fucking...
Well, they made him... He's now an everything guy.
Yeah, well, in Too Fast and Furious, he was like the
mechanic.
Plug. Yeah, the plug, but he knew all like the cool shit, what was going on. And now he's this...
hacker.
I guess YouTube helped that fool blow up. Like he YouTube how to do this, how to do that.
Yeah.
He knows about all this techie tech shit.
Yeah.
Turned into a spy.
Yeah, that was the one that was like, okay.
I agree though. That's when it should have ended. I thought it was gonna end, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was like, well, this is a great way to just, we're good. But we all know why it didn't, for the money,
Oh yeah. Well, and then
I mean, he's been sad, but
then Paul Walker died, so they had to finish Fast 7. And
yeah. What about you, Heck? What was your moment that just you were done? Well, we're almost done. Right? We have 2 more movies to go.
Hopefully. No, they said they're gonna do like spinoffs.
Fuck me.
Like Hobbs and Shaw is probably gonna get a sequel.
We're gonna be like 50 talking about these things and still like Jesus.
Probably
They're
for
making
me.
spin-offs? Are you fucking kidding
Well, they already
me?
did Hobbs and Shaw,
That's true.
and that one they said that one's gonna get the sequel.
Of course it is. Wow. I think my cousin's keeping him in business, dude. This guy goes to watch him every year without a miss. Buys the Blu-rays.
They still sell.
Yeah.
For what?
Tell me why one time.
I thought they would just sell them like on platforms like 4K or whatever.
Nah, they got Blu-rays. He buys a Blu-ray. He's like, oh, I got the Blu-ray. I was like, okay. So one time he bought a movie, like it was Brick Mansions. It was Paul Walker's last film that he filmed.
That movie was good.
Yeah, and so he wanted to see it, and obviously he wanted to see it because of that, and he wanted to see it with me and my brother, and we're like, okay, let's go. And then me and him ditched school, and we went to go watch it ourselves. So when we went to his house, we were like, you know what? We don't feel like watching it today, and we just kind of put it off like a month, and then it comes out on Blu-ray like in the summer or whenever. He goes, I got the Blu-ray, and then we're like, okay, cool, like we should watch it. He's like, yes, we watch it today. I was like, yeah, after we eat, and we never watch it. And then months and months go by. And at this point, we're just fucking with them. We're like, hey, Hector, should we watch the Brick Matches? He's just like, and just like rolls out of there. And one day, we're like, Hector, have you opened Brick Matches? He's like, he just got mad and was like, it's fine. We're not going to watch it. I get it. We're like, nah, you know what, Hector? And I opened up the Blu-ray. I was like, you know, let's watch. Let's pop it in. And we all sat down and watched it, finally. And I was like, Hector, so what'd you think? He's like, it was good. After like 2 years of not watching this shit and just fucking with him. Sorry, we were talking about Fast and Furious.
Yeah, when did you say this was it?
Well,
Hector. I was asking Hector.
go ahead, Hector.
Fuck, I don't think I could. After too many movies, like what can you do? When they stop being about racing is kind of when it like really.
And that, oh my god, in the trailer,
I get when like you're stealing shit, like the one where they're in Brazil. That one's kind of cool because they still kind of used cars and shit. The way they took the safe and shit. I feel like that was kind of the peak of it.
Yeah.
And then after that, when it wasn't about racing, I think I don't know. I feel like they had to bring back like the classic cars.
I like the Fast Five. I thought that one was cool.
yeah, Fast Five was dope.
That was a good one. You were gonna say something?
Oh, and they have cheesy ass lines too. And then in the trailer for this new one, where Dom's like, he's like, you have nothing, Dom. He's like, you took everything but my car. Oh my god, bro. So about to turn. Yo, they're gonna do I've seen this shit before too. They want to do a Fast and Furious and Transformers like collab movie.
I could see that.
That'd be kind
A
of
crossover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but honestly,
And they just came out with the Transformers last night too, didn't they?
no, there comes out in June, but that one actually looked pretty dope.
I think the Transformer franchise is better than the Fast and Furious franchise.
Well, Transformers
as a whole,
don't have as much movies either.
they do. They have a bunch of movies. They have the
6.
Bumble.
They have like
That's a good amount. 6.
yeah, no, that's a lot.
But compared to like,
I think one of the last movies, the ones with the dinosaur, I thought that one was pretty dope too.
that was like, there's a movie in between that. There's yeah, that one was like 2015.
I thought that was a really good movie. But they're both part of Universal's, no?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's why they would do a collab, because it's so like,
I feel like they would get superpowers if they do that shit.
that shit would be dumb. Well, that fool Vin Diesel already has superpowers. He's breaking concrete walls and shit, and
Yeah, that's not real.
they're gonna bring back The Rock for the next one.
Dang.
Apparently, there's like a post credit scene in this. Oh, a spoiler! Fuck, my bad. Then the post credit scenes, that fool comes out after, because him and Vin Diesel are like beefing in real life, and that's why he hasn't been in the last movies.
Well, what the fuck do they even want him there for? Him and John Cena and shit?
Yeah, they have to fight. That has to be and John Cena's got to give that full FU through like off the plane or some shit.
Well, didn't in Fast 5 he did the rock bottom?
Yeah, he hit Vin Diesel, the rock bottom. He didn't hit him with the people's elbow though.
I feel like that one would have been better.
He should have hit him with a spine buster.
Oh.
That would have been more realistic. Then
Yeah, I don't think I've seen. What was Fast 6 about? That was the one that.
that's when they get Letty back. When they're trying to get Letty back,
Okay, I see.
and she's like, yeah, and then they fight on the plane, and they have that one MMA fighter in there. I forgot her name. I don't think she was ever in the UFC, but she's like one of the actors.
Oh, the blonde one?
No. She's a brunette.
No, I don't think.
I think she only fought like in Bellator or something.
Which one was Ronda Rousey in Fast 7?
7. Yeah. And they fight in like Dubai or some shit.
That
Right.
one was alright. I remember watching that one. And then the one after that is when The Rock came? Or the
No,
Rock?
Rock's been in there since 5.
No, when The Rock he deflected that missile.
Yeah, it's Fast 8 off the ice.
Yeah, I didn't see that. After that one, I haven't seen that.
That's Fast 8. And then 9 was fucking whack.
Yeah,
I don't even remember how 9 ended. Oh, I do remember how 9 ended.
What was 9 about?
John Cena.
Oh, that's
the
right.
Estranged brother.
But he's in the new one too, no?
Yeah, because at the end they turn him into like a good guy. At the end of Fast 9.
I feel that's a waste. They have too many people on their crew.
I would say the point where I kind of lost my faith in the franchise has to be when they were on ice. And there was like fucking military. I don't know. I just, you lost me. That was too much for me. They went space. I mean,
You're just naming pieces of like land, ice.
but you know what I'm referencing. But they know what I'm referencing. You know, like this shit just got out of hand. But I think one of the most crazy ones. I think when someone caught a car or someone like grabbed Letty. I think that's one that you said.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
The Rock. You just said it. The Rock like redirects the missile on the ground.
Bruh, come on. And wasn't that on ice?
Yeah, it was on ice.
Yeah,
That's why
see?
they made it more like plausible.
Yeah.
Because it's already slipping. You could.
Whatever. Point is, that's when I lost my faith in the franchise. But I'll still watch this one just because my cousin loves it. All right, guys, that's the episode.
Yeah.
Episode 110. Sub to the Patreon if you want to watch more. We're going to record more. Thanks for subbing, guys. Love y'all.
Peace.
Yeah.